divided by in and out crowds. Beauty on the inside shined on the out. And all kids ever had to worry about was growing up. What if bullies didn't prey on the small and the weak? Bullets weren't a way for the evil to speak. And nobody ever had a need or reason to run. What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where one love fits all? What if we all accepted each other's ways, reached out and respected each other's fate? Wonder how many lives we could have saved if we did. What if grace was the future and greed was the past? Hope was a given and hurt didn't last. We never used words we wish we could take back again. What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where one love fits all? What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where, when we make this world where, can we make this world where one love fits all? One love fits all.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
It's good to be out again. Good to see all my friends. I had to get out of that house, 'cause feeling sorry for myself wasn't working out so well. Oh, but baby, look at me now. Well, it took 3 months, but better late than never. And to think I thought I would hurt forever. But baby, tonight I'm alright. Yeah, I finally got you off my mind. I'm not here fighting back tears. I'm having the time of my life. Hell, I may just stay out all damn night. You think I'm drowning in my sorrow, but I swear
name is Walker McGuire. That is brand new music. It is called Till Tomorrow. And before that, Miss Don Ricks kicking off the show with One Love Fits All. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best music by unsigned indie artists. We are also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. And a big thank you and shout out to Henry Archuleta and all the fine folks at KUHS Denver for letting us put our country music program on their fine radio station. And what a great program we've got tonight. I have 2 live interviews scheduled tonight. In the first hour, we're going to have Canadian country music artist Miss Alicia Akel with us. Then in hour number 2, we're going to have Wesley Spangler join us. And it is going to be a fun night, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear some great music and listen to the stories behind the songs. I love interviewing the artists, and we've got a couple of good ones for tonight. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and we've got the best in new country coming your way right now. Mr. Travis Clark is up next. T. Clark Country, if you want to follow him on Twitter. This is called Writing Our History from Travis Clark on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Baby, in my old car, heading out west, gonna go so far it seems, chasing dreams. With these scuffed up boots and my class ring, nothing but hopes and gasoline. It's where I wanna be. They told us we were crazy, but that didn't matter much to me. 'Cause I know we'll be okay with your feet on the dash and smile on your face, living the life that we chose to lead. You'll see, you are so beautiful, your hair let down so it can blow in the wind as you slide across the sea, writing our history. Towns, made some cash at the bar, singing my songs with the box guitar. Chasing dreams. Few miles later, didn't make it too far, down on my knee asking for your heart. It's where I wanna be. He told us we were crazy, but that didn't matter much to me. 'Cause I know we'll be okay with your feet on the dash and smile on your face, living the life that we chose to lead. You'll see, you are so beautiful, your hair let down so it can blow in the wind as you slide across the sea, writing our history. Yeah. It's been several years since she said yes, as they lay that newborn baby on your chest. 'Cause I know we'll be okay. She's got your smile, she's got your face. Look at the life and the choices that we made. They're great. You are so beautiful, your hair let down so it can blow in the wind as she smiles from her car seat. In that old car, writing another page, writing our history. Yeah. Writing our history.
today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I can't wait to show you where I grew up. Walk you around the foothills of my town. Probably feel like you've been there before. After hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms. Pack a shirt for church because we'll go. I'm not trying to scare you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we hit the road. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. My sister's gonna ask a million questions, say anything she can to turn you red. And when you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights I can't outlive. So if I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice and buy you dinner, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She feels every heartache I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice and tell a lie and say he never really liked you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. You'll be breaking more hearts than mine.
Her name is Ingrid Andress, and you can check out the video to More Hearts Than Mine on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Over 400 videos playing around the clock, 24/7, 365 days a year, and the best in new country in video format. You got to check it out. 185 hits today, the last time I checked, so lots of people are watching ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. CMT for the Indies, that's what I call it, but no countdown, just the best in new country. Absolutely. Well, let's get back to the best in new country right now. How about Mr. John Wolf from the state of Texas with a question? What are you doing right now? Well, hopefully you're listening to Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Well, I guess I could have gave you a little heads up, but a girl like you don't need no fixing up. Friday night's too far away, and you've been stuck in my head all day. I just had to see your face, no, I couldn't wait. Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive, all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Should you put on old blue jeans or a party dress? To be honest, I ain't thought that far ahead. I can pick you up right in front of your house, so pull the shades, blow the candles out. We can watch the first star fall from the edge of town. Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive, all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Right this minute, I got a bottle, you can help me finish, and when it's empty, we can spin it round and round. Yeah, what are you doing right now? Right this second, we got a moment, baby, let's don't waste it. You'll be having the night of your life when the sun goes down. What are you doing right now? Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive, all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Girl, what are you doing right now? I ain't talking about Saturday night. I ain't talking about later on. Girl, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
I love me some country music.
Hey man, I love country music.
Me too.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
You're feeling hopeless, defeated. Seems you take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Don't give up. Don't give in. 'Cause when you're down as low as you can go, there's nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. Spread your wings and fly. When you're down on your luck and feeling stuck, nowhere to go
That is Arlene Quinn, a great Canadian artist, great Canadian female artist. Aren't they fantastic? And I've got another one here just coming up shortly. I'm going to be interviewing one too. Miss Alicia Akel's going to be calling in here in just a little bit. But Arlene Quinn and Nowhere to Go But Up. That is especially true when you're broadcasting from your basement like I am in Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We're blasting the show all over the world, though, so right back at you with the best in new country music. The next artist that is Canadian as well is my good friend Miss Tiana Woods, and her brand new single is called Runaway Train on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Or considered a saint, while living between temptation and restraint. Only you know what you are and what you ain't. This ride through life can be like a runaway train. It'll travel faster with every passing year. There's no brake to pull, so you gotta learn to steer. It'll test your faith to arrive on time, not late. This ride through life can be like a runaway train. Just by how you live, not how you explain. The ride you take through life on the runaway train. If a scar and mark just proves that you're alive, they're a testament to your power to survive. Can be like a runaway train. The speed of life makes it all a short ride, and the ticket's only good one way, one time. You're judged by how you live, not how you explain. The ride you take through life on the runaway train. What I've learned about this ride, where travelers come and gone, is no matter how you live it, the train will still roll on. The speed of life makes it all a short ride, and the ticket's only good one way, one time. Judged by how you live, not how you explain. The ride you take through life on the runaway train. Runaway train, runaway train. Life's a runaway train. Runaway train.
That is the latest single from Tiana Woods, great female Canadian country music artist, and her latest single is called Runaway Train. That kind of describes this show once in a while, but hey, we've just got somebody that came on board. Her name is Alicia Eichel. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Glad to have you on the program, and I guess you're calling from Canada.
I am. I'm back up in Alberta, Canada. I came home for the summer. I'm still here for a little while, but looking forward to moving back to Nashville as soon as I can.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been playing your music for a little while, and quite a little while, maybe a year or two, and loving the music. And when you come out with something new, boy, I'm excited to get my hands on it and put it on the radio, that's for sure.
Oh, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate the support, and as a musician and a songwriter, I do it because I love it. It's my passion, and so when other people can relate and the music, makes them excited or makes a difference in their lives, that is the most important thing to me.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of the other Canadian women or men that you know of, but, we got a lot of good ones on this program. And I was just talking to a gentleman tonight that called me out of Nashville, and we talk all the time, and he's a show sponsor, a station sponsor, and we were just saying, and I say it all the time, our two biggest places where I get my music from come from Texas and Canada. So you guys are right up there. Yeah, you're right up there in the world of country music, so.
Oh, I love it. That is so great to hear.
Yeah. Now, I see on your bio that you were born in Kelowna, British Columbia. Am I saying that right? I'm tearing that up, too.
Close. Yeah, it's Kelowna.
Kelowna. Okay. Well, yeah, see, I didn't wear any Kelowna for the show tonight, so maybe that's the problem. I'm already starting to stink it up, too, aren't I? Okay, Kelowna, British Columbia. So, what's that like growing up there? And I saw you started singing in church.
Yeah, so Kelowna is a beautiful city. It's in what's called the Okanagan Valley, and it's kind of considered like the California of Canada. So it's really hot in the summer, lots of fruit trees, lots of wineries and vineyards and beaches and mountains. So it's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. Country music wasn't really big there when I was growing up. But I grew up singing in church, and my parents introduced me to country music when I was about 8 years old, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with all the artists and the songs and the stories and, just the country lifestyle as well. And so I, got into country at a young age and was singing in church, but I was also singing and writing my country music, which was really fun.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I love it. And I see you got a lot of good influences, too, in the world of country music that influence you as a female artist. But you got Martina McBride, Faith Hill, Shania Twain, Dolly Parton, Patsy Cline, Carolyn Dawn Johnson, Terry Clark, Paul Brandt from, I guess, Creedence Clearwater Revival, maybe, and Elvis Presley. Now,
yeah, I love Elvis for sure.
I'm interviewing the third cousin to Elvis, Miss Amelia Presley, on October the 2nd in just a couple of weeks. So that's going to be cool. I'm excited about that one. She's big into country music, and we have known her for probably about 5 years now.
Wow, that is so cool. I'll have to tune in and listen. That's awesome.
Yeah. So was I right on Paul Brandt, or was I wrong? Maybe, there's a comma there. It might have not been. It just said CCR, so.
Yeah, no, CCR is John Fogerty. Paul Brandt is actually a country artist, and I grew up I was a kid when he had his first hit, so I grew up listening to him, and he's a really big star up here in Canada, and just also a really good person, so somebody I definitely look up to.
That's cool. Now, I ask this of artists all the time, if there was an artist either living, maybe some of these that you've got on your website, or that has passed, that you could either perform with, on stage do a duet with, or open for, who would a couple of names be?
Dolly Parton is definitely top of the list. I would love to write with her, and do a duet with her would be incredible. Carolyn Dawn Johnson, I actually got to write with her in Nashville last fall, so that was a dream come true because I grew up listening to her, and she's amazing. So that was very cool. Another person who's no longer with us, but I love, is Johnny Cash. I would love to meet Johnny and June and do a duet with them.
Yeah.
I actually named my dog Cash after Johnny Cash.
Oh, there you go.
That's how much I love him.
That's awesome. We all can use more cash, can't we?
Oh, yeah.
One way or
exactly.
another, yeah. I've been looking at some of the old videos that he did, too, and even some of those right before he passed away. He was, and before June, his wife passed away, and they just had a great sound. He definitely had the voice for country music.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and they definitely just had a presence about them, I think, that was just so cool, and their whole love story is so inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm looking at something that has kind of intrigued me, too. When we were playing the song that it's called Hooked on Us, and I say, you can get hooked on us as a radio station. You can get hooked on us by, downloading this and helping Alicia, make some money on that song. But you got to drive a Subaru around for a year because of that song. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Scott Subaru out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, they sponsored me. My brother is actually a mechanic for them, and they saw me on the front page of the newspaper. I had a big arena show up here, and they saw, and they went over to my brother and said, "Hey, are you related to her?" And he said, "Yeah, that's my little sister." And so they said, "Well, we'd love to sponsor her," and they sponsored me in this beautiful, brand new Impreza, and I got to drive it around for the whole summer for my whole radio tour. I put on, we talk in kilometers up here. I put on about 1,000 kilometers, so that's about just under 10,000 miles. And and I got to drive around all through Western Canada, visited over 40 radio stations.
That's awesome.
Went to my shows in it and everything, and they had all my Alicia Eichel Hooked on Us on the side of it, and it was just so cool. It was such a cool experience, and definitely a blessing to be given that vehicle to drive around for so long, and it was a really neat experience.
That's awesome. I love that. Now, I also saw something that I wanted you to talk about because it's under this tab called Music and a Miracle. You had had some throat surgery and some complications, and I guess they found a tumor maybe or something. Tell us a little bit about that and how that affected your music and everything.
Yeah, so this was a while back now. I had just graduated high school, and I was moving from British Columbia out to Alberta, so a different province, to be part of a music program in college as a voice major, and I had scholarships and everything. And just before leaving, I went to the doctor, and they actually discovered I had a tumor on my thyroid gland, and they did a whole bunch of tests and biopsies and couldn't figure if it was cancer or not. So they had to actually go in and remove the tumor because it was quite large and it could turn into cancer if it wasn't already. So during that surgery, they accidentally severed my recurrent laryngeal nerve, which makes the vocal cords move. So I woke up with no voice, and they later found out that I had a paralyzed right vocal cord. So I was told I would never sing again and never talk again.
Wow.
And I went 3 months without talking at all. I had the tiniest little whisper. And, it was really hard because I was moving 9 hours away to a new province, which our provinces are like your guys' states. So I was moving to a new province, new city, new college, didn't know anyone. And here I was a voice major on scholarship and lost my voice. So as you can imagine, I was, really devastated. I mean, I was super devastated. I have a really strong faith, and I was really angry with God. Like, why would you give me the gift and the passion and the scholarships and provide for me and then take it? And, a few days after I was diagnosed that I would never speak or sing again, I just felt a peace come over me, and I just felt like God telling me, like, I'm going to heal you, and you are going to sing again. You're going to sing for crowds of people, and there's a reason and a purpose for this, and you got to trust me. So I actually went 3 months without speaking. My speaking voice started coming back, and I went back into the throat specialist, and he put the tube down and looked, and my vocal cords were moving. And he was completely beside himself. He said, it cannot be explained scientifically. This makes no sense. And I said, well, I have a really strong faith, and I've been praying and believing. And a whole bunch of family and relatives across Canada, people I don't even know, friends of theirs, have been praying and believing in a miracle. And he got tears in his eyes, and he said, I want you to come back in 3 months. I want to follow this. And I went back in 3 months, and my vocal cord was in full movement. So both my cords were working just the way they needed to be, just perfectly fine. And he said, you can start singing again. So,
wow.
It was quite the journey, and really tested my faith and really gave me faith. I mean, I grew up in church. I grew up believing in God and everything, but this really made my faith real to me. So it definitely is something that I like to share, just a story of hope for people, whether they have faith in God or not. Just to have hope. If something is told to you that, you're never going to do this again, or there's no hope, there's always hope. You can always find that hope and just believe and be positive, and believe that things can change, So
Absolutely.
Definitely what fuels my passion as an artist, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's I'm sure in helping you write songs, there's a lot to write about right in there, just in some of those statements that you made. Yeah, there's a good story there. Now, I want to ask you too. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I was in the Joplin tornado in 2011, and and 9 months later, I was in the Branson, Missouri tornado. Survived all of that, and I believe like you, that God put you here for a reason, and you're not done doing something on this earth yet. So now we have this pandemic going on, and I've said, I put my eye out with a bow and arrow when I was 12 years old, being a stupid kid shooting them up in the air. That didn't kill me. A couple of tornadoes didn't take me out. A pandemic's sure not going to do it, And so I want to ask you, were you in Nashville at the time? They had a pretty bad tornado come through here there last spring.
Yes, that was on March 3rd, and I was there, and it was extremely scary and extremely devastating for sure. Now, the tornado went through about 20 minutes north of where I was living. So it wasn't super close to us, but when you consider how fast it moves and how much ground it covered, it pretty much headed straight east. Mm-hmm. It could have easily turned. It could have easily hit me where I was. And, the next day, just waking up to the devastation, I know I was booked to be in the studio that day with my producer, and he's out in East Nashville where the tornado went through. And luckily they weren't hit, but there was a lot hit around them, so we, of course, canceled. And I just spent the week volunteering with the church that I'm involved with in Nashville, and some of my friends and neighbors. We just went in groups of people, and we just went to different areas with chainsaws and, gloves and, wheelbarrows, anything we needed, and just what do you guys need? A lot of people had trees down, and we just cleaned up yards and got trees off of houses and off of, crushed vehicles, and just went and helped. It felt really good to go and help, and I know all the people who were affected were so grateful. But the neat thing is it really brought the community together. Yeah. A lot of people said they didn't even know their neighbors, and after this, they all knew their neighbors, and everyone was friends, and, so it was a really neat way to see everybody come together in a hard time. And, the South is just like that. The South is so hospitable, and, I don't know, there's just a lot that we can learn from the way Southerners are. I love you guys. I just find you guys so welcoming and just so friendly, and truly seem to care about one another. So I love it.
Yep, I'm the same way. When I was in the Joplin tornado, I had never seen devastation like that. I lived in Oklahoma prior to that for 20 years, where Blake Shelton's from, in the town called Ada, Oklahoma. And I'd seen a lot of damage in Oklahoma from tornadoes, but I had never been in one until the Joplin tornado, and one of the most destructive tornadoes in U.S. history. And, just did things to cars and houses that you couldn't imagine. But to see, like you said, these people come together and help everybody out. There was free food all over that town. Anywhere you go, people, willing to help you out and move stuff and, help you clean up and different things like that. It really brought people together. And now that we're in this pandemic, that's exactly what we need. We're asking people to do a simple task, to put a mask on their face. And I see so many people having a lot of problems doing that, and it's a really easy decision to make to help protect yourself and the others around you. And we need folks to come together and do that until we can get those numbers down. At least here in the United States, we're still up there.
Yeah, I've seen that. I know. I came home in Canada June 15th, and numbers through Canada, where I'm from, were really, really low in the summer. Now with school starting back, they've spiked a tiny bit, but we're doing pretty good up here. Yeah. But I do keep a close eye on things down south, and it does seem like it's still a bit of a struggle down there for sure.
Yeah, and we really feel for you guys, as artists, not being able to do the live shows, because, that's your passion and that's your career in a lot of cases. You don't have another job. It's your living, and you guys want to get in front of people so bad, and I know you're chomping at the bit, but I thought it was interesting when I read on your website that you kind of waited it out to see what would happen there in Nashville, and then now you've went back home to Canada to spend some of the summer months. But you like to get away from all of that by going out and just taking a drive and actually getting lost. So that inspired your latest single, which is titled Get Lost. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
I wrote Get Lost in April, beginning of April, so right kind of at the start of a couple weeks into the pandemic down in the States there. And I was still in Nashville, and we went into lockdown in Nashville about, most people, March 14th. So I remember March 13th, I had meetings and co-write, and, I was super busy with music. And then all of a sudden the next day, just everything was shut down, staying home. And by early April, I was just feeling so stir crazy. I needed to get out of the house. I needed to go do something. I'd been, just laying low and staying in. And I thought, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to go for a drive. So I took my French Bulldog Cash with me. He's got a little car seat he sits in, so he's nice and safe. And we just went for a drive. I had my sunroof open and my windows down. It was beautiful, warm out. And we literally drove around Middle Tennessee until we were lost. And I drove out on the back roads. And I was just out in the middle of nowhere. And, you even sometimes get to places where your phone doesn't even quite know where you are. Your phone map is having trouble finding where you are. And I just love that feeling of feeling free and just, out on the open road. And for me, I get really inspired out in the country. I lived in the country for a while. I have a horse, and I used to have pet goats. And I just love being out on farms and out in the country. So that's really where my spirit kind of comes alive. And so I was out there, and I started writing Get Lost while I was driving in voice memos on my phone. And it just started coming to me. And 2 days later, I had a co-write with my producer, Daniel Dennis, in Nashville. And we wrote over FaceTime because of the pandemic. And I played my pad, and he said, yeah, let's finish it. And so we finished the song together. And then luckily, he opened his studio beginning of June, about a week before I was leaving to come back to Canada. So I was able to get in and get it recorded. So that just worked out so well. And I'm so glad I stayed down there until mid-June because the weather was great. I planted a garden and, just enjoyed time with my, I live with friends down there. I call them my Nashville family. And so it was just really fun to be down there with them, during it. And I could still co-write on FaceTime and teach music over FaceTime. But it was nice to just be surrounded with some fun people.
That's awesome. If we still have cell phone service, you're really not totally lost. You got to get away from that, don't you?
Yeah, that is true. Exactly.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's not hard to do with AT&T. I'll just throw that out there. But that's what I have. I was telling you before we went on the air, the last weekend I've had off, we went camping, and where we go, it's still in Missouri, and it's only a little over an hour from here, but there is absolutely no cell service hardly with AT&T over there. And I actually love that. We'll check our phones every once in a while, but we most of the time leave them in the car, shut the door, put them on the chargers just so we have emergency service, because you can drive out of there, and get it at the top of the hill. But there's nothing better than, going camping, no cell phones, no internet, no nothing, and just enjoying that. And I see you've been doing that a lot here, too, this summer.
I have, yeah. Where we camp, too, we were camping out in the mountains, so in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. So it's, it's really beautiful and amazing. And it's out in the middle of nowhere where we go camping, and it's actually not even a campground. It's on what we call Crown Land. It's owned by the government, and you just go out and you just find a place to camp. It's out in the bush, and so much fun. And we did a lot of fishing and quadding and hiking. I guess you guys call it four-wheeling. We call it quadding. But same thing.
Yep.
But yeah, we get out there and there's no cell service, and it's actually really nice because it's kind of nice to go for a few days or a week and just unplug and just take a break from social media and all of that stuff, and just like read a book or write a song for me, or write in my journal. Like, it's just so nice to be able to and connect obviously with the people that you're with.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing that.
And one night we're coming back to the campsite, we're driving back, and it's just gotten dark, and we look over and there's a whole herd of deer in this field over there where the campsite was, and you just to sit there and watch them, is just so peaceful and relaxing.
I love it.
Yep, and we need that right now, with all of this stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'll tell you what. Let's let the audience listen to your music and see how much talent you got, because you got a ton of it, and we want to expose that tonight to the folks. And so I want to play Get Lost, and then come back and talk a little bit more and play another song from Alicia Eichel right here on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
stuck in a rut. I'm tired of doing the same old routine. Feels like life's on repeat. You know what I mean? Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us. Leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone, get lost. Oh, get lost, yeah. Let's fill up your old truck and burn it down. Leave some fresh tire marks on the edge of this town. Dust off an old mixtape labeled Strawberry Wine. I'm cruising under that hot July moon until it no longer shines. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us. Leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone and get lost in each other's touch. Back where love was enough, like two kids at 17. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us. Leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone, let's get lost. Let's get lost. Yeah, yeah.
Her name is Alicia Eichel. That is called Get Lost, her latest single. It is awesome, man. I can get lost in your music real easy. I wouldn't even need cell phone service.
Perfect.
Well, maybe I would if I was listening to it on my phone. Let me think that over again. But I can definitely get into your music, man. It is some good stuff. I appreciate having it on this radio station because it's a pleasure to play it. Now, we were talking a little bit. We were talking a little bit off the air, and you said just a second or two ago, before we got back on the radio, that you have been to Branson, Missouri.
Yes. So I came through there last September, actually a year ago, almost to the day. I was moving down to Nashville, and we took a scenic route because I had never been to Kansas or Missouri. My parents were with me. They drove down with me, and then they flew back up from Nashville. But yeah, we went to Branson. We'd always kind of heard it was such a cool place and wanted to go. So we only spent one night there and a day, but it was really fun and so much to see and so much to do, and definitely a place I want to get back to and spend a little bit more time.
Absolutely.
Maybe go do some performing there with fun.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, we'll try to work that out. There's a place I've got some connections with over in Springfield, Missouri, which is just north of Branson, and they would love to have you in your music. It's called Southbound Bar and Grill, and it's a venue of about 300 people they can seat, but they got some good live music over there. And one of the artists that I'm playing on the radio, Ward Davis, is performing over there tonight. If I wasn't doing radio, I'd go see him because I have never met him. We're friends on Facebook and everything, but I love the live music, and I hope this gets fixed real soon so you guys can get back to doing your thing, because we try to support you as much as we can too when you're in the area and go see you in a live show. But me and another gentleman that's in the chat room, we're going to be talking about doing that because he puts on shows and he's missing it too, and he helps you artists get heard too by booking you in a lot of different venues. So we're going to be working on some of that stuff with the radio station for sure.
Awesome. That would be so great.
Now, let me ask you, too, I want to ask you where folks can find you on social media if they want to purchase some of your music, and how do we get a hold of you and get some of that downloaded?
Yes, so if you go to, I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Alicia Eichel, and my last name is Aichelle. So find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and all of my music is on Spotify, and it's on Apple, Amazon, Google, pretty much everywhere you find your online music, it's there. So I definitely, encourage people to reach out. I love meeting people. I love chatting with people. So definitely reach out and, connect. I love to connect.
Yep, absolutely. So, we have connected for a couple of years, and I, keep looking forward to whatever you got going on new. I know you're promoting Get Lost like crazy, and we want to help you out with that. And we were talking off the air. If you want to join our Facebook group, Artists Played on Indie Country Radio, and also Indie Country Radio, the Facebook page. And anytime you want to do a Facebook Live on there or promote something that you got going on, or, if you make a video to one of your songs too, we'll put you on our TV channel, ICTV, which is Indie Country Television. We're radio and television both now.
Oh, awesome. Well, I do have a video for Get Lost, and it's a picture video. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It features hundreds of pictures that fans and friends sent in over the summer of what they did to get lost during the pandemic. So it's really fun. It's got all kinds of pictures of people, fishing and hiking and boating and just spending time with family, and it's a really fun one. So be sure to check it out.
Okay, I will do that after the show, and I might just surprise you and add that to the TV channel after we're done here too. So.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That'll be some good stuff. Yeah, it's we're getting lots of hits today. I just I look at the stats all the time on what we got going on, to see where we are listeners and viewers for the TV channel, and we had just today, the last I saw, 185 hits on the TV channel today. So people are watching.
Awesome.
Yep, we just pushed over 28,000 since we started it. So we're excited, and the videos that. Like I tell all the time, there's some good acting in there, and I don't know if you've ever had any aspirations to do that, but, speaking of Johnny Cash, there was a pretty good movie made about Johnny Cash's life, but Kenny Rogers, the gambler, and that movie that he did, and, you say you have had some aspirations to do some acting?
Yes, I actually was big into acting in high school and did a lot of musicals and acting. So it's always been a dream of mine to do an actual music video. It's just, the budget, getting the funds together to do that. But that definitely is on my list of my goals. I have so many ideas. I'm very creative. My mind is always going and coming up with all these ideas for videos and different things and marketing. So that's definitely on my list. Definitely something that is one of my dreams that I need to do for sure. Sounds
perfect. Hey, I'll tell you what, and next time you come anywhere close to Branson, hit me up, will you? I'll show you around that town. I lived there for 2 years. My brother was Andy Williams' TV producer when he was doing his shows in Branson. We miss Andy Williams like crazy, but his Christmas special, cool. that show was like none other in Branson. His Christmas show was phenomenal. So we'll have a great time hanging out with Alicia. So and bring plenty of crew, man. There's plenty to do in Branson. The kids will have fun swimming and fishing and boating, and you'll have a good time.
That's awesome. It'd be a fun family trip to come with all my siblings and nieces and nephews. I'm an auntie. I have like 11 nieces and nephews. So
there you go.
It'd be really fun. They would love it.
There you go. That sounds great. Well, it's been a fun interview. It's been great talking to you, and we will continue to play your music. And anytime you come out with something new that you want to promote, be sure to hit us up again. I'd love to talk to you again.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support.
Absolutely. Let's do Hooked on Us now by Alicia Eichel on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHSdenver.com.
My friends say there's someone just for me, and I know there's a lot of fish in the sea, but I've thrown it out there too many times, reeling in empty, hook on my line. Maybe I'll try somewhere new and sit here and cast a few when you find
Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected. Thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I've been keeping secrets since I was old enough to lie, covering up those backwood trails where the moonshine man hides. Gonna have a party, not everyone can come. Gotta have an acquired taste for what's in that drum. What happens in the country gets crazy on a Saturday night. Little bitty hold down where you throw down, and there's usually a fight. Someone goes missing, you're caught kissing, rolling in the hay. I'd love to tell you, but I can't say what happens in the country stays in the country. Don't let no one tell you there ain't nothing going on. Party starts at sundown and don't stop till dawn. Out in the backwoods there's a different moral code. You don't share with friends or kin if you hold to grow old. What happens in the country gets crazy on a Saturday night. Little bitty hold down where you throw down, and there's usually a fight. Someone goes missing, you're caught kissing, rolling in the hay. I'd love to tell you, but I can't say what happens in the country stays in the country. What happens in the country gets crazy on a Saturday night. Little bitty hold down where you throw down, and there's usually a fight. Someone goes missing, you're caught kissing, rolling in the hay. I'd love to tell you, but I can't say what happens in the country stays in the country. What happens in the country stays in the country.
Oh, yeah. How about the women of country music right there? That is the Alabama cowgirl herself, Miss Jessie Lynn, and she is having a birthday today. We want to wish Jessie Lynn a very, very happy birthday. I told her to enjoy her day with family, friends, and eat lots of cake. So she sings pretty good with her mouth full, doesn't she? Absolutely. I love it. Miss Alicia Eichel is how you say her last name. I've been saying it wrong for a long time. It is Alicia Eichel. Go out and check her out, too. She is awesome, and we want to thank her for doing a great radio interview tonight. If you missed it and you're just now tuning in, I've got another one coming up here in about 30 minutes with Wesley Spangler out of Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to talk to him here in just a little bit. But the whole show is recorded. You can catch it on iHeartRadio and, of course, Spreaker.com. It goes to our YouTube channel, so subscribe to KICR Indie Country Radio on YouTube for all of our shows. Absolutely love that as well. Mr. Tony Corrales from the Tony Corrales Band is up next. You can follow him on Twitter at TCB Country. This is called Fight for Your Love from the Tony Corrales Band on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com and our number 2.
I still open doors for you, baby. Give you a kiss goodnight. And even when things turn out wrong, I do my best to make it right. You used to leave little notes. I'd find them throughout my day. I wanna be your one and only. I see you're in love but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. I miss you when you're gone, even just for the day. All the beauty I still see in you just takes my breath away. You used to walk up behind and wrap your loving arms around me. I wanna be your one and only. I see you're in love but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. Baby, I'm gonna fight to make this house a home. And I'm sorry I made you feel so alone. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down. No, 'cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. No.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this. Along comes a girl. And this.
I want you to know so bad how good love feels.
And this.
What I'm trying to say is, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
sing along to the dreams in her head. You come up slowly, close as you can get. You smell her perfume like roses and rain. You find the courage to ask her name. She smiles like she knows you, though you haven't met. You're hoping to hear your name on her breath. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You're riding a dove with eagle's wings. When you take a chance on a wild thing, the canyons will echo, the earth it will shake, as all of your preconceived notions will break. She'll open your mind and you'll wonder why it took you so long to belong to the sky. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings. When you take a chance on a wild thing. She'll draw you in body and soul, make you a believer, make you a believer. Once you've had a taste of her gold, you'll want her and need her, want her and need her. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you take a chance on a wild thing. You risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings. When you take a chance on a wild thing. When you take a chance on a wild thing.
I'll tell you what, there's one benefit to having lots of friends in the country music business. When a song comes out, the day it is released, many times we are able to get it. That is what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. That is brand new music from Jenna Torres. That is called Wild Thing. She's out of New York City, New York, and we booked an interview today out of that song. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. It will be our second time talking to each other. We're going to have a good time on October the 2nd, so that's just a couple of weeks away. Mark this one on your calendars, because right after I interview Amelia Presley, the third cousin of Elvis Presley, I'm going to be talking to Jenna Torres from New York City. So October the 2nd, we hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time. One interview with Amelia Presley will be at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Jenna Torres will call in an hour later at 8:30 p.m. Central, and we're going to have a fun night that night. I cannot wait. Mr. Tyler Booth is up next, former American Idol contestant. This is one of his latest singles called Long Comes a Girl from Tyler Booth on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
You see the bopper dropping while you're popping the top on a cold beer, and you bust through the mud in your old truck in low gear. It's shotguns, bird dogs, buddies, and 12-ounce curls. Along comes a girl. You're spitting and swearing in the jeans you've been wearing for 2 weeks. Paycheck, weekend, hardcore, drinking and no sleep. Playing by the rules you made in a country boy's world. Along comes a girl. You're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs in your 6-string. And she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it ring. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Never thought you'd be breaking an iron out on a new shirt, or singing along to I Saw the Light in an old church, let alone taking out a 20-year loan for a piece of your own dirt. And along comes a girl, and you're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs on your sixth string. If she lighting up your phone, you just let it rain. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Along comes a girl.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Some guy cut me off on the way to work. I spilled hot coffee on my shirt. Hit a traffic jam by the Baptist church, and I was running late this morning. So I yelled and cussed and hit the dash. Then I saw that long black Cadillac, that line of headlights rolling past, put it in perspective for me. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, I could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say, so thank God today's not my day. She and I've got dinner plans tonight, and this weekend's back porch glass of wine. We got a trip out west in mid-July, plans for growing old together, and my girls, they're counting on me too. Yeah, to see their wildest dreams come true. Walk them down the aisle like daddies do, toast them to forever. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say, so thank God today's not my day. 'Cause Lord, I need more time to be down here, stick around here before they put me in the ground.
There is another great Canadian artist. He is Cody Prevost. His last name is Prevost. The T is silent, Mr. Cody Prevost, and Cody has an IE on the end of it. Today is Not My Day. The title of that one, well, it sure is. If you love country music, we play New Country's Best. In fact, that's where you can follow the radio station on Twitter, is at New Country's Best. My personal account is at Tim Kelly on Air. And ultimately, if you want to follow us to send us music for us to consider putting on the radio, we are totally okay with that. Our email address is indiecountryradio@yahoo.com for the radio station. If you have a fully produced video you would like to try to get on the TV channel, it is indiecountrytelevision@yahoo.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We will fix you up. Let's fix you up right now with the Hastings & Co., my good friends from Ohio. Kate Hastings, lead singer of the band. Video to this one on ICTV, indiecountrytelevision.net. It is called American Love on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's like fireworks flying on the 4th of July, lighting up the midnight air. It's warm summer nights trying to win a prize down at the county fair. Well, it's you and me, baby, young, wild and crazy kids, free falling hard in American love. American love. It's free like an eagle soaring when we go speeding down that old highway. Hand out the window just to feel the wind blow, sun shining on your face. And it's singing along at the top of our lungs. Born in the USA, it's American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. It's grass stained jeans, your arms around me in the middle of a country show. 10,000 light of skies on fire, dancing when they play our song. And it's the freedom I feel in the kisses you steal, wrapped up in your strong American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. American love. Now we've got a little house for you and me, a flag hanging high for all to see. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. In American love. In American love. Yeah, yeah. That's American love.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
I hate this, here I am running into you, trying not to touch. I hate this, acting like it's not killing me when it does. And that watch I gave you still looks good on your wrist. Don't you think it's time we end this little experiment? 'Cause I know we said hoping you're somewhere missing me. I hate this, hoping you'll call, hoping I'm awake when it rains. If we took this break to figure out what we wanted, well, I want us back, don't need another night to sleep on it. 'Cause I know we said we'd just be friends. I can't lie and I can't pretend, boy, I've tried it. Bottom line is I still love you and I hate this. My heart's breaking, I can't take this. Time and space, it sucks. I hate this. My heart's breaking, I can't take this. Time and space, I swear. I hate this. I know we said we'd just be friends. I can't lie and I can't pretend, boy, I've tried it. Bottom line is I still love you and I hate this. Here I am running into you, trying not to touch. I hate this. Acting like it's not killing me like it does.
Her name is Tennille Arts. That is called I Hate This, but actually I love that song, and I want to thank my daughter for turning me on to her. She's got some good stuff. You can check the video out to that one also on ICTV IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, here we are now in hour number 2, and we've got interview number 2 going on right now. Wesley Spangler from Nashville, Tennessee is live with us. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you for joining us, man. I've been excited about talking to you. We've known of you for quite a while and have played your music back, when I first started in radio, I think internet radio, about 5 or 6 years ago, we came across your music and been liking it ever since.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. Now, talk a little bit about how you got started in country music. I saw that you were raised in southern Maryland, and I didn't know that the country music scene was that big there, but maybe after you moved away and ended up in Nashville, huh? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Maryland's produced quite a few acts. Two that come to mind are Brothers Osborne from Maryland and Locash, they're from Baltimore area. So there's several artists that have came out of Maryland. If you look it up, there's I'm sure quite a few.
Nice.
And,
you taught me something.
Yeah. I mean, there's country music all over the country.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be in Nashville, but we all, as artists, if we're in the country genres, kind of migrate to that state just because of what it offers. I mean, there's so much music there compared to any other state.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I'm looking at something that it struck me and looking at your bio. It says you're known for your energy and your antics on stage. Now, that sounds like me. If you look at my Facebook page, I love the comedy stuff, but what kind of antics do you bring to the stage?
Yeah, for us, when we perform, I consider myself not only an artist and a songwriter and a performer and a singer, but an entertainer. That's what I strive to be, the best entertainer I could be, and that's involving the audience in our show from a little skits, like when we do a song, we pass out cowbells, or I'll do some silly little dance on stage during a song, or just make people a part of what we do so they can enjoy it almost as much as we do.
That's awesome. I see some of the artists, the bigger names out there, and one that just stands out. He's got one name across the stage, and that's all he needs. His name's Garth, and boy, he can entertain a crowd, can he?
Oh yeah. You want to put that show on no matter what level you're at, and you'll get there if you just keep humping away at it.
Absolutely. Now, I want to ask you, I'm looking at some of the acts that you've opened for. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But Who really inspires you, maybe as the bigger names that we would know, to do country music? Who did you grow up listening to, or who do you really, maybe even pattern yourself after or want to be like?
Oh yeah, one that sticks out, and I'm sure my wife will agree. We both like Neil McCoy's show. He's not one to work off a set list as much as just run with it. But the main thing is it's very engaging to the audience, and that's what I try to do a lot in my show. Then there's several artists after him that, everybody from Brad Paisley, because I'm a singer and a lead guitar player in the band.
Okay.
And then there's Montgomery Gentry, Blake Shelton. There's so many. Keith Urban. There's Thomas Rhett, and the list goes on and on and on. There's so many that I like and emulate, to try to emulate, and then put my own little spin on things too, because you got to be unique.
Uh-huh.
And I try to get up, and when I dress for my shows, I got to look like the part. Don't just put on a t-shirt and ratty old jeans and go play. You dress like you're the artist that you want to be. And if you do that enough and act that enough, then one day you just might be the artist you want to be.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting Neil McCoy in Branson, Missouri. This has been probably 5 years ago, maybe, or something like that. He was coming to a restaurant there where a friend of ours was playing, and he was just coming in there to hang out, but everybody knew who Neil McCoy was. And he's just such a nice guy, and real personable, easy to talk to. And he's been doing this thing here of late. I'm not sure how many days in a row that he's done it, but he always does a Pledge of Allegiance, hanging out on his farm and his place. And I've seen a bunch of those, and he's just a really neat gentleman.
Yeah, he's definitely different when it comes to that. I mean, everybody's got their own thing, and I've seen, in my years of performing, which the band's technically only been really together and performing on the regular for about, 9 years at the most, if that. And, I've been blessed enough to open for dozens of performers and see their shows, and he's definitely one that stands out just for what he does. He's definitely old school country.
Yeah.
But he puts that spin on it and keeps it fresh for when he does his shows.
Yep, absolutely. Now, it says that you have performed with acts such as Craig Campbell, Low Cash, Colt Ford, The Lax, John Pardee, Blake Shelton, Brad Paisley, Zach Brown, Jimmy Buffett, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Confederate Railroad. That is some good stuff. Aaron Tippin, Terry Clark.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. Woo. And it's added in the last, 2-3 years, about a dozen more.
That's
awesome.
Awesome.
Just, I've been looking into these, performances, and when I do my show, it seems like a lot of the bigger venues, always get in contact with me and say, hey, look, we like what you do. You want to do it on our stage, and give you even more people to reach, and it's been working out well. I mean, I've made a lot of new friends and fans, and our fan family has grown a lot in the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, especially with what we've been doing and how we're doing it.
That is awesome. Now, tell me about things in Nashville, Tennessee. I know we've been there several times. In 2016, we took home a couple of awards at the Nashville Universe Awards that they had been holding at the Wild Horse Saloon. I love that venue, and that big stage has a lot of history. But with the COVID now, they would have had one this year. Well, they canceled that, obviously. But, I know you guys are probably really anxious to get back out on the road and perform again. And what's country music life been like for you since this all started?
Yeah, downtown, in general, I don't perform as much, downtown. I have, but not as much by far as on the road. My life is more in other states than Tennessee when it comes to performing. But I have performed enough, and believe me, in town. But ever since, COVID's on the scene, I was down there the week after they shut everything down, and just walking through, down Broadway, I should say, and at about 5 p.m., and there's just nothing. There wasn't a place open. There was 2 people on the street. Just crazy to see the difference. You can go there almost any time of the day, and it's packed. And to see it that empty and just sad looking. But something recently happened, I think, this week with something. I don't know. I don't want to get anything incorrect when it comes to what exactly happened. There's something that's now they're going to reopen everything the way it should be soon, due to some kind of court hearing or decision or whatever. But we'll see. So there are a lot of guys have majorly been struggling, due to this. And like myself, I perform, and that's what pays my bills. So when we don't perform, it hurts people in numerous ways. And believe me, it's hard to come back from that. And a lot of guys haven't.
Yeah.
So hopefully what they're doing, they're bringing the music back the way it should be downtown, and we'll see. Time will tell.
Well, I tell you, I'll tell you the same thing. I just had an interview with a Canadian artist, and she's now living in Nashville, Tennessee. She went back for the summer to spend time, back in Canada, but she's going to be coming back to Nashville. And if you guys want to put something on our music page, Indie Country Radio, and then also Artists Played on Indie Country Radio, our Facebook group. If you want to do some Facebook Lives on there, throw your tip jar on there, anything you want to do to try to, make this thing work for you, we are more than happy to let you do that. And share anything that you got coming up, new videos, new music, whatever you want to share on there.
Oh, yeah, we got tons of content, too. We're on every single platform there is anymore, even on TikTok. And then I got a bunch of music videos for songs, the new ones and some of the old ones. I recently did a music video for an older song, Brand New Good Old Days. And I featured a friend of mine that helped write one of the newer songs, So Fine, Mr. Matthew Wright. He passed away this year, and I don't know it wasn't COVID. I don't know what the medical condition was. I really didn't ask. I was just broke up that he was gone. So we featured him in that video, Brand New Good Old Days, because that was the song that brought him to me in life, because he loved that song and wanted to come out and see me perform. And since then, he became a super fan, and then became just a good friend.
Wow.
And then his passing really left a hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, most of the artists that we play on the radio write their own material. Is that true of you in most cases, or do you get a lot of music pitched to you and you kind of, select some songs that you like or don't like, and kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, 99% of all the songs I've recorded, I've written. I've had 2 co-writes so far. One was with Mr. Butter Fortney from Trailer Choir Band.
Oh, okay.
And remember that band with the Rockin' the Beer Gut was their big tune?
Yep. We actually met Vinny at Losers back in 2008. The very first time it was Vinny and the Trailer Choir, I think it was called, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he got signed to Toby Keith's label, I believe, later on. So
yeah, Big Benny's a great guy, and glad he's joined his new baby too.
Nice.
Yep, and but the other part of that duo, it used to be a trio, now it's a duo. But Butter's other guy, Mark, is what his name is, helped write the song, redo a song that I have already written for my wife called "Cover Me." And he said, this one has extreme potential. We need to tweak it, and we tweaked it, and we re-recorded it. And if you don't have it, I can get it to you. But it's a great song now. It's called "Cover Me." I love it.
Yeah, I do need to get some of your new stuff, and we got some music that we're going to play that's fantastic that I've liked for a while. But yeah, and that's the thing about some of these songs. Even though they're older to you, FM radio, if they never picked them up, man, I love to play them because I'm all about good music, and you make some good music, and it needs to be on the radio.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, some of these, the ones that you have, came off that whole 12-song CD I put together, or music body of work, I should say, because everything's digital now. But it hasn't been that long ago, but they're I'll consider them older songs. If it's like week old, I'll call it an old song. But I tried to put a new, basically have a fresh sound, but try to give it a little hint of 90s country in it. That was the goal of that thing, because arguably, from what I'm hearing from the majority of my fans out there, people love 90s music more than most other decades. And I was like, well, I could tweak these, make it sound a little like 90s type of country, bring back that old Brooks Nunn feel and that Garth Brooks thing. And and stuff like that, and see if you hear it in these songs when you play like "Knocking on the Door," like "Why Couldn't It Be You," or "A Brand New Good Old Days" for that example.
I've got "Knocking on Your Door" loaded up right now, and we're going to play that here in just a little bit. But man, you're speaking my language when you talk 90s country, because I went to broadcasting school in the 80s, and I was playing 80s music, the Whitney Houstons, Chicago, REO Speedwagon, and then I married a girl from Oklahoma, lived in Ada for 20 years, where Blake Shelton's from. And everybody down there listens to country, and it's in the southeast corner, so it's real close to Texas too. And so that grew my love for country music. And my first concert was seeing Wade Hayes and David Ball open for Tracy Lawrence in Ardmore, Oklahoma. So, yeah, I love that 90s country music. Tell me your first concert. Maybe it was the 90s.
My first country concert, man, I have to think hard. I don't honestly remember. Shoot, I really don't. It's been so, I mean, to me, last week, like I say, is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because it's just, my life is flying a mile a minute all the time. And I do so many things, and always in the middle of doing so many things, that it's hard to keep track of most of this other stuff. But I believe it would have been, I think it was a Brooks and Dunn concert right before they broke up. Or split for whatever. Yeah. I guess they're back together now, but I mean, they like a part of their farewell thing or something.
Yeah, they took like 10 years off or something like that. Ronnie Dunn had a successful career on his own too, but man, he's got the voice for it.
Oh yeah.
Now, let me ask you this: since you do concerts, what's your dream gig? Is there an artist either living or who has passed that you would like to either perform with live on stage or open for? Who would a couple of names be?
Oh wow! So, living or deceased, good.
You can bring him. You can bring him back from the dead, even if you Johnny Cash, whatever.
I know. I'm sure everybody would like to have that show, but no, you know what? I'd go all the way back. Hank Williams Sr.
Nice.
And then all the rest are like rock guys and stuff. I like to do a show with Michael Bublé one time, or like Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, there you go.
To my upper list of favorite artists for vocals wise, and then there's so many country ones, it's crazy.
Yeah,
list keeps growing every day.
That's why I asked that question, because maybe sometimes, and just like you, it's not even country music, or a country artist. I have a lot of women that tell me they look up to Patsy Cline. They would love to have performed with her, and some of them are so young that she's been gone longer than they've been alive. And there's some that are just timeless classics, and she seems to be a name that comes up all the time. And that's good stuff. So go ahead.
No, I was going to say we performed in her home bar just last year before they shut down for COVID. It's Rainbow Road. It used to be. They did a movie about Patsy Cline. It was featured in that movie, but they renamed the bar Rainbow Road for the movie. It used to be something else, but it's cool to be in the same bars that she was in.
Oh, nice.
That was her place. It's in West Virginia.
I can't remember the venue either, but Neil McCoy here a year or so ago, before all this COVID started, he was out in front of it, and it's where Buddy Holly had performed right before he was killed in a plane crash. And Neil McCoy was getting ready to perform at that venue too. He had his bus parked out front, and he was doing the Pledge of Allegiance from there.
Oh wow!
So,
I found out he built a stage for the bar of Cowboys in Alabama. We performed at just recently.
Nice.
So,
now, of all of the live shows that you've done up to date, what is there a favorite venue, a favorite place or city that you really like, and what did you like about it? Was it the great food, the atmosphere, something like that just pop out of your head maybe?
Yeah, our first bar we ever got into as a band was the Cancun Cantina in Hanover, Maryland. And, of course, it's a hometown for me, and that's, it's always great going home and seeing your family and friends come out to the shows. It's still up and operational. It was sold a little while back. New owners took it, changed the format. That didn't work. Now another couple bought it and changed it back in that how it was. So we just have to see getting over this situation we're in the world with the virus, if it can bounce back correctly like it should. I mean, it's a great place, great bar, always nice staff, and always just a great place to perform at as well. So wish them all the best in the world.
You know, that's one thing that I didn't really think about a lot until it wasn't available to be done, and that's going out to eat and listening to live music, like stuff that we just take for granted for so long that we've done that. You know, because I'm a big supporter of you guys, too. I was telling Alicia when we did the interview here just a little bit ago, you know, got a guy that we play on the radio that's performing about 20 minutes from where I'm at right now, and I'd love to go see him tonight, but I already had a radio show to do. And but when I'm not doing it, I love to go see you guys in concert and listen to the live music. There's nothing better, and, you know, people, you know, being able to get out on the dance floor and things like that, it's just been a totally different experience with this COVID.
Oh yeah, it'll get better. All things shall pass, they say, correct?
Absolutely. Well, let's pass on some of your music to the folks. We've got, like I said, Knocking on Your Door loaded up from Wesley Spangler. Let's play that, and then I want to come back and ask you a couple of more things, and we'll continue the interview with you here in just a moment. This is Wesley Spangler on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Well, I'm waiting for you to show me a sign, 'cause I'm wanting to make you mine on mine, 'cause this feeling, I can't hide it anymore, 'cause my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. When I saw you, my whole world spun around, and there ain't no keeping my feet on the ground, 'cause I knew right away you're on one more. My love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Yeah, my love's coming straight for you. I don't know just what I'm gonna do. All I know is I like what's in store. Yeah, my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Sent you roses just to show you how I feel. Wrote you letters to tell you my love's real. With you, darling, I pick myself on the floor, 'cause my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Yeah, my love's coming straight for you. I don't know just what I'm gonna do. All I know is I like what's in store, 'cause my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Gone by and I was about to give up, till you drove by in your pickup truck. Said, climb on in, boy, let's punch you to the floor, 'cause my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Yeah, my love's coming straight for you. I don't know just what I'm gonna do. All I know is I like what's in store, my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Yeah, my love's coming straight for you. I don't know just what I'm gonna do. All I know is I like what's in store. Yeah, my love's coming and it's knocking on your door. Yeah, my love's coming and it's knocking on your door.
We are with Wesley Spangler. That is called Knocking on Your Door, and I love that song. Very upbeat, and you do have some good music, man, that people need to hear. So I'm looking forward to getting some of your newer stuff and get in on the radio as well.
That would be awesome.
Yep, I would do it. Says that you're honored to be and blessed to have a talent that can open doors to meeting some of the great idols that you have and making your dreams come true. There's nothing better than that, is there? And being able to make a living doing it, huh?
Oh no, nothing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, some of the situations I've been in are just. If music wasn't a part of my life, it would never happen. You can't. I've performed karaoke with Blake Shelton before.
Wow.
I did like little guitar jams with various, guitar players in I don't know how many bands. Just fun stuff like that. He just wouldn't. If you just go see a concert, it's just completely different.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, one thing I like to ask is, since you write a lot of your songs, tell me what your writing style is like. Do you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a lyric and have to just write that down and then finish it later?
Man.
Or can you do a whole song in an hour, or how do you do it?
So many millions of different ways. Yeah, I mean, the phone's full of self-text messages about song lyrics, and I have the recorder on the phone that's filled up. Pieces, bits and pieces. Then you got to find time to sit down and remember your melody to the song when you get back to it. But some of them have been written almost in one sitting. Some of them have taken 3 or 4 months. It's all over the place. Sometimes I'll write a guitar riff and then put a lyric to it, and then sometimes it's the opposite. Just depends.
Yeah,
Depends
that's
on
what I was going to ask. Since you're the lead guitarist of the band, do you maybe have to have the hook first and then, kind of fit the lyrics in there?
Yeah, it can go either way. It's a 50-50 coin toss, I tell you.
First time I was in Nashville was back in 2008, and I hung out at this place called Losers. It's a bar up on the north end of Nashville. And Irv Woolsey, which is George Strait's manager, owns half of that bar. I don't know if you knew that or not. And since then they have built Winners right next to it, I've heard. I haven't been there yet. But these guys used to come in there, and they were on contract to be songwriters, and they would bring their guitars and their instruments, and they would sit right there at the bar and order a beer and sit there and pick and write songs all day long. And I thought, man, what a cool way to make a living.
Oh, yeah.
So that really intrigued me, and that's where we met Vinny from the Tractor Choir. Josh Thompson walked in there. Aiden, that used to be Miranda's bass player, that had the big mohawk, he walked in there. Just you couldn't miss him. And yeah, just like you said, the people that you meet and doing what you do, and that's what made me want to really get into country radio and take it seriously. Is when I went into Nashville, for the first time. It is Music City, but, it's kind of, they don't say it's country Music City, but I believe it is.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, even though they do have a strong contingent of rock guitar players and rock artists around that area, believe me, there's plenty. There's everything from the heaviest of metal down to, pop. Yeah. There's so many artists in that area. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, when we went to the Nashville Universe Awards the last time, the next day we went over to Gaylord and Opryland and all that, and we got to tour WSM, which for me being a radio guy was awesome, and get to see them right through the French doors there doing a show live on WSM, and the history that had, I did not know that Pat Sajak was on WSM long before he started Wheel of Fortune or hosting that, and he's been doing that for 37 years now. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, he was on WSM radio, and I'm sure you've done some pretty cool radio interviews in your time as a country music artist too, huh?
Oh, yeah, tons, and television and a bunch of other stuff. About a dozen or so news programs and different channels, hometown stuff mainly, but some other states too. And when I'm traveling around performing, we usually try to, if we can, get a hold of the local radio station, see if they want to, do a little radio interview, or it used to be, you come there, I'll play a couple songs in the studio and talk, and you can't get away with that right this second, but soon enough we'll be able to do that stuff again.
Yep.
But it was fun.
That's awesome, man. I love that. And thanks for spending time with little old me tonight. We appreciate the time, too. You're a big deal.
Well, hey, you're a big deal. I'm just trying to keep up. So I appreciate you having me on and spreading the good word, man. We need it all to help we can get spreading around the music and making sure everybody that can hear it hears it and see what they think. And hopefully they'll be down with it.
Absolutely. Well, we talked about a little bit, music has all gone digitally now. CDs are getting harder and harder to sell, and I was telling an artist the other day, I just bought a brand new 2020 pickup. Doesn't even have a CD player in it, so there's nowhere to put it if I bought one. But if folks want to download your music and stream it and help make your world a little better financially, where can they find you?
Yeah, it is everywhere. First thing you want to start out is wesleyspengler.com.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to iTunes, Amazon, everywhere else. It's on 30-some different platforms. So wherever you get your music to digitally download it, I'm there. You just got to look. Just got to type in the name. Yeah, just and if you can't find it there, I'm on every social media platform there is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything, TikTok, of course, and everything in between. So you can find me on wherever you need. If you look hard enough, I'm there.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, it's been a fun interview. You were great to talk to, and we wish you all the success in the world, and we will keep playing your music on this radio station. We absolutely believe you are a hit, so thank you for your time.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Wesley Spengler, this is called Brand New Good Old Days on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Me and my buddy sitting at the bar, talking about the good times in life so far. Somebody said that was the best that we're gonna get. I said, now wait, we ain't done yet. There's still some memories waiting up ahead. Let's raise our glasses high, toast the good times that went by, helped us make us who we are today. Don't let our stories end, 'cause we ain't dead just yet, my friend. 'Cause who we are is where we're at today. It's times like these on the brand new good old days. So we drank our glasses down, left for home from that small town. Thoughts of that night running through our heads. Now we hang together more, 'cause life's still got a few things more for us to do and things we just can't quit. We're gonna take times that we can make, days we have right now, the ones that stick. So let's raise our glasses high, toast the good times that went by, helped us make us who we are today. Don't let our stories end, 'cause we ain't dead just yet, my friend. 'Cause who we are is where we're at today. It's times like these on the brand new good old days. Let's raise our glasses high, toast the good times that went by, helped us make us who we are today. Don't let our stories end, 'cause we ain't dead just yet, my friend. 'Cause who we are is where we're at today. It's times like these on the brand new good old days. Times like these on the brand new good old days. Brand new good old days. Brand new good old days.
hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by Stockyard Whiskey. Built on a dream, aged for 25 years, and not for the faint of heart. Stockyard embodies the select few who believe in hard work and relish in the opportunity to take a step back to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Don't take our word. Grab a bottle now and savor high-level whiskey at its finest. Go to stockyardwhiskey.com.
Another hour of the best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I wouldn't be here if not for your faith, if not for your love, if not for your saving grace. I'd be a loner, forgotten and small, climbing a mountain that's too big and too tall. But because you love me, because you care, I can do anything, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Because you love me, because you're there, I am unstoppable, undeterred. I have heard an answered prayer. Because you love me, I couldn't stand here if not for your strength, if not for your hope. I may have lost my way, and I would just wander in search of my place, caught up in the race. I'd be lost in time and space, but because
That song is making its debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio. Her name is Jessica Muse. That is Meuse. Brand new music called Because You Love Me just came out today, I do believe. Another one that I went and grabbed. Absolutely love it as well. Welcome to hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. The best in new country lives right here, ladies and gentlemen, and we just had another great interview. I want to thank Mr. Wesley Spangler from Nashville, Tennessee for joining us tonight on the program. Go check him out on his website, wesleyspangler.com, and see what he's got going on. Got some new music, and we're going to get that and get it out to the world as well real soon. Mr. Matt Stell is up next to kick off hour number 3. This is called Everywhere But On Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail's still going to Mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. Looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but on.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country.
Well, I've been stomped by bulls, damn near lost my cool. Well, I don't need no sympathy, all night riding intensity, come on. This misery, Texas, gonna take its toll, send me on my way. Well, I've been somewhat cheated, just a little bit mistreated. I've been up and down, round and round tonight. When I leave here tomorrow, tomorrow there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo I just can't call mine. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To Tulsa, there won't be no do-si-do. And I can't dance on Friday. Doctor says I've got to take it slow. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo I just can't call mine. So when I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. Women,
Yeah, his name is Adam Grant from the state of Georgia. Women, whiskey, and drinking. Well, there's nothing wrong with any of that since we are sponsored this hour by Stockyard Whiskey. Aged for 25 years, a little whiskey will not hurt you. A lot of whiskey, it'll age you for 25 years. So be careful, drink responsibly, do not drink and drive. The life you save could be mine, and I sure would appreciate it. I want to see you back here on the radio. Mr. Ward Davis is up next. We talked about him in the live radio interview. He is performing live tonight at the Springfield, at the, I'll think of it here in just a second, Southbound Bar and Grill. That's right, Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri. Can you tell it's been a while since I've been over there and seen a live show? It certainly has. But big shout out to him, and we're going to play his latest single right now. It is called Don't Open That Door from Ward Davis on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
So much better than me. I can't count the times I crawled back on my knees. So now I know just what I gotta do. But the pain of leaving here is gonna take a drink or two. I'm sober right now, but not for long. So listen to me good before my good sense is gone. When I show up after midnight, calling out your name, begging you to take me back, swearing that I'll change, saying all the things I said 1,000 times before. Whatever you do, don't open that door. It's time we both admit this is wrong, but neither one of us can let the other one move on. We can try again, but you know good and well that you could save us both a heartache or tell me to go to hell. When I show up after show up after midnight, calling out your name, begging you to take me back, swearing that I'll change, saying all the things I said 1,000 times before. Whatever you do, don't open that door. Don't open that
If he don't play that song, I'm gonna spit some chaw in his eye. Get her done.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I like a sandy beach on a sunny day, a real good book when it rains. I like to dip my fries in a chocolate shake. That's what I call a beautiful thing. I like a little bit of honey on my toast, but on top of the list of what I love most is you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. That look in your eyes when you make me laugh is worth about $3 million. And I don't feel the cold when your coat's around my shoulders and all the leaves are falling in love. Your smile stays with me when I'm alone, but on top of the list of what I love most is you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. We're like the notes in an old blue eye song. La da da da, la da 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 dee. You pick the key, maybe I'll play along. But you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. That's me with you. That's me with you.
Her name is Macy Martin. She is from the great state of Texas, and that is a great song. It is called Me With You. I'm Tim Kelly. Hey, it's me with you. We are well into hour number 3 right now of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. I got a show with my name on it. How cool is that? And I'm glad you guys are a part of it tonight. It has been a fun one. 2 great radio interviews tonight, too, and it's all recorded. So go to iHeartRadio in the podcast section, search KICR Indie Country Radio, We are on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Search KICR Indie Country Radio. And like us and follow us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, and you'll be able to hear all of our shows over there as well. Mr. Cody Hibbert is up next. He is also from the state of Texas. This is called Just for the Record with Cody Hibbert on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
For the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back one kiss, I wouldn't change one thing about you, wouldn't undo one thing we did. I know all that don't matter now, you got your life all figured out, and not just out here on the road with a bottle of Jack and a guitar, singing to no one. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. So I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive, some songs are meant for a country crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
I can see the leaving in your eyes. All the makeup in the world couldn't hide the tears you've cried. You've been forcing a smile not to let goodbye show. You think you've had enough, you're giving up, but I'm sure as hell I ain't gonna let you go. So, darling, when the storm rolls in and the rain comes crashing down, through all the thunder and lightning and the mist of it all, I'm always gonna be around. Don't you even think about walking away.
His name is Doc West. Doc West Music on Facebook and Twitter if you want to give him a follow and look him up. He is from Houston, Texas, and that is a great tune called Love Like a Hurricane. Well, I'll tell you what, we're having fun in our chat room, and it's kind of like a hurricane in there, too. I get real windy. I start most of the trouble in there, and we got some fun going on in there right now. This next artist is from season number 4 of NBC's The Voice, Team Blake all the way. She is Miss Holly Tucker. This is called Dallas on Your Boots on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com.
Well, I met you just across the county line, where forever fields go out to meet the sky, with a sad song spinning in the background, like the one that's playing here right now. And win or lose, I was gonna make you mine, but nothing's changed. There's no escape from knowing you still got a little Dallas on your boots, still got a little heavy on your heart, still holding on to things that you don't want to lose, baby. You still got a little lonely in your eyes, like you never really ever said goodbye. I wanna be the one to love you, but you still got a little Dallas on your boots. Sometimes I can see you miles away, and everything you're thinking is written on your face. You're still holding on to what you left behind. Until you let it go, you're always gonna find that you can't love me like you want to, and I don't want just part of you. But you still got a little Dallas on your boots, still got a little heavy on your heart, still holding on to things that you don't want to lose, baby. You still got a little lonely in your eyes, like you never really ever said goodbye. I wanna be the one to love you, but you still got a little Dallas on your boots. We've been on and off together about a year, never past the fact that someone else is always here. 'Cause you still got a little Dallas on your boots, still got a little heavy on your heart, still holding on to things that you don't want to lose, baby. You still got a little lonely in your eyes, like you never really ever said goodbye. Yeah, I wanna be the one to love you, but you still got a little Dallas on your boots. Little Dallas on your boots.
We are 100% focused on new music. Hey, look, a squirrel. Anything country.
That's a funny word. Hey, these are good brownies. What? Oh, yeah, right. Radio, sorry.
How come you never take me out to dinner anymore?
Well, first, we're about to play a bunch of feel-good songs. And second, you know we're not married, right?
Oh, details. Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Well, how do you unkiss somebody? How do you forget that taste? How do you delete that smile and burn that file till there ain't no trace? How do we unrank those shots and tuck my hand and found yours under the table? How do you unsay, hey, let's get out of this place? Well, baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. I don't wanna waste no time. If we gotta say goodbye, do it slow and make it a long night letting go. Well, how did I get tangled up when there ain't no strings attached? How do you unmake love, undo that drug? It don't work like that. You can't unstart that match. Cause baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. I don't wanna waste no time. If we gotta say goodbye, do it slow and make it a long night letting go. Well, baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. Baby, let's just do this right. We can hold each other tight until we don't. Until we don't. It's gonna be a long night letting go and make it a long night letting go.
That is called Long Night Letting Go. He is Jaden Hamilton, and you can check out the video to Long Night Letting Go on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. While you're there, check out the video to this next song. We had a great radio interview last week. She is my good friend Sarah Lenore from Miami, Florida. This is called Don't Know Why on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHSDenver.com, playing new country's best.
I know why I'm breathing, and I know why I'm here, and I know why the sun shines. Every reason is there, it's so perfectly clear, and I know why the sky's so blue. When it comes to me loving you, I don't know why, that's just how it is. I can't stop myself from feeling like this. Though I try hard to say, it's something I can't explain. Search for the words on my tongue, but they just won't come. Don't know why I feel this way, don't care, don't have a clue. I just do. Some things need no explanation, like what your smile does to me. And when you walk through that doorway, I can hear my heart pound, I can barely breathe. And I know why spring flowers bloom. But when it comes to me loving you,
everyone, this is Brittany McLam, and you can hear my brand new single Wanted on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com. Now available on all of your favorite download and streaming services.
Funny that 2 a.m.'s the only time that you call me up. Nothing new, or I should have saw it coming. Don't have to pick up to know exactly what you're wanting, yeah. Boy, don't you know it's a little too late. Must be lonely, sleeping with the choices you've made. 'Cause I wanted to be yours and you to be mine, to be everything and more. All you were looking for was just a good time. All I wanted was just for you to try, make good on your promises. Must have been too much to ask for you to be that guy. Let's be honest, I was never gonna be what you wanted. I wonder what it was that made you think of me. Probably just the late night whiskey got you buzzing good. Oh yeah. Whatever we had, just go ahead and drop it. It ain't coming back in no way it ever could. And it won't, 'cause those days are gone. When I wanted to be yours and you to be mine, to be everything and more. All you were looking for was just a good time. All I wanted was just for you to try, make good on your promises. Must have been too much to ask for you to be that guy. Let's be honest, I was never gonna be what you wanted. Leave it up to you to leave, then try to turn around on a one-way street. Wanted all I wanted, yeah. 'Cause I wanted to be yours and you to be mine, to be everything and more. All you were looking for was just a good time. All I wanted was just for you to try, make good on your promises. Must have been too much to ask for you to be that guy. Let's be honest, I was never gonna be what you wanted. All I wanted, yeah.
I asked her in our radio interview what it was like to make a hit song out of one word. That is called Wanted. That is a hit song, and her name is Brittany McLam. Go get Wanted on all those streaming services like she talked about in the radio liner. And you can hear it right here on KICR Indie Country Radio almost on every show. I love that song. I'll play it till the wheels fall off of this thing. Absolutely. How about Mr. Cameron Marlowe? He is up next. This is called Giving You Up on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Don't you dare try and reappear after you already got me standing here. I can't believe you'd come in me looking for a little bit of sympathy, like I wasn't the one you left all alone crying, looking like a hot mess. Don't show your face round here anymore, honey. This is something you better get through your head, because I'm giving you up, just like I did them Marlboro Lights. And I'm giving you up the same way I did the whiskey on ice. And it's all so tough, you turn me to a man I don't even recognize. I'm giving you up the same way you did me out in the moonlight. What the hell are you thinking coming round to visit? Completely uninvited, messing with my brain again. You couldn't give me the satisfaction of forgetting your existence showed up when I thought I'd finally found the end. Don't be coming over looking for a conversation, dropping little hints that you want me back again, cause I'm so sick and tired of the little lies that tell me so. Here is all I'm saying, baby, better listen in, cause I'm giving you up, just like I did them Marlboro Lights. And I'm giving you up the same way I did the whiskey on ice. And it's all so tough, you turn me into a man I don't even recognize. I'm giving you up the same way you did me out in the moonlight. Yeah, I'm giving you, giving you, I'm giving you up. And I'm letting go of all the things that held their grips on me, with you being my first priority, cause death isn't worth the weight of your love no more. And I'm packing up, leaving, closing shop. There ain't no use for you in this heart no more. So I'm letting go, and I'm giving you up, just like I did the Marlboro Lights. And I'm giving you up the same way I did the whiskey on ice. And it's all so tough, you turn me to a man I don't even recognize. I'm giving you up the same way you did me out in the moonlight. Oh, out in the moonlight. Oh, I'm giving you, giving you, giving you up. I'm giving you up, giving you, giving you, giving you up. Oh, I'm giving you, giving you, giving you up.
Because there's no such thing as enough country.
You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now.
Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide
From his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
And I'm thinking about where you are. Thinking never got me far. With a whiskey glass half empty, and I play it all through my mind, singing just to make you smile. So you'll miss me and maybe kiss me. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue. What I'm trying to say is, baby, I'm not
okay. And I order them nice and strong, floating just like a star through the neon light I lean on. 'Cause I'm drinking myself to sleep every other night of the week till I see you and maybe dream you. And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Where did you go? Where'd you go? I wanna find you, wanna hold you, wanna know. Oh, where did you go? And I don't wanna change or stay the same. I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay. I wanna sing along and I wanna hold my tongue what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay. Yeah, baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
They are the great country music duo Shotgun Rider from the state of Texas. Video available for viewing to that song on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. I'm Not Alright. Well, you guys already know that. Didn't take you 3 hours to figure that out, did it? Well, I want to thank Miss Alicia Akel for joining me on the program tonight. Wesley Spangler as well. 2 great radio interviews tonight. Now, next Thursday, September the 24th, I will have 2 more. Miss Don Ricks will be live with me. Wes Brown also. And then next Friday night, Mr. Philip Sanders and Brody Castor. Man, that's going to be some good stuff. Lots of great music and lots of great fun on the radio. The stories behind the songs. We love it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time tonight. I sure did. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us on Facebook and we will like you right back. Until next Thursday and Friday, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on. rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make